Hey everyone, it's Rebecca E. Parsons, and I am back today for Tag Team Friday for the Graphics Fairy. And today we are going to make a wonderful floating butterfly tag. I hope you can see that, how that is floating above the surface. And let me tell you a little bit about this project. It started out completely differently, something that I had in my mind. And this is what I made initially, was this cute little tag that had butterflies that flipped back. I was going to make pockets out of these to carry things. And while I was doing it, one of the butterflies, I was moving it around on the card, and this happened. And it made this beautiful floating butterfly elevated above the card. And I thought, that is really cool. So let me show you how I did that. The secret to this is the butterflies and the paper I printed it on. And this comes, everything that you see that we're going to use today comes from the Butterfly Garden bundle at the Graphics Fairies Premium site. And there are so many beautiful, beautiful butterflies in that collection. So this was just a printable, one of the printables that they offer on the website, and I printed it out and trimmed it to be a tag. So today we are going to make this. This is just a background I printed out that I am going to put on this when we get finished. So let's just start with our butterfly. And the thing that you want to remember is I printed these on some vellum paper. I want you to see if you can see through it. Let me hold this up really close, and you can see that writing underneath of there. It is a translucent vellum. It's not clear. It's not transparent. It's translucent. And it is, I believe it's 28 pound. It could be 36 pound. But just if you're looking for vellum, make sure that it's a paper, not a heavier weight cardstock. So that's all you really need. And you can see how flexible that is. Isn't that beautiful? And what you need to do is, this is kind of like paper dolls. You have to remember to keep, when you're cutting it out, you have to remember to keep a little piece of the paper on the sides while you're deciding what you want to do. And sometimes I keep, let me find this one, I keep more than one side because I'm not really sure which way I want it to go, if I'm going to have it flying in from the side or flying in from this way. You can see and play with different ways. So if you've ever played with paper dolls, you know what I'm talking about. And then when you decide which way you're going to have your butterfly come onto the card, you can trim off the other one's fussy cutting style. So let's just play with a couple of these. Here is one, and that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I really like that. I sometimes kind of like them to be a little offset. I don't like them to be straight across, but sometimes that's cool too. So that one's pretty cool. This one is very cool, isn't it? That's a beautiful one. That's high contrast. So I think I just like this one today. For some reason, that one is speaking to me. So I think that's the one I'm going to use. And you can see when I cut it out, I just left these two little tabs on each side. So I'm going to decide where I want it. I think I like it there. And really all you have to do is just turn it over. Make sure, let me turn it back once and make sure I've got it where I want it. Whoops. I cut my finger yesterday, so I'm having trouble keeping that on there. All right, so we're just going to take a tiny little piece of tape. You don't need very much. And I'm going to tape this side down. You could glue it, but I kind of like the extra security of tape. That just works better, I think, for this. And then let's just position this where I think it will look best. Play around with it for a little bit. And I think I like it right about there. I think that looks pretty good. So I am going to turn it over and put another tiny little piece of tape on this side. And that is simply all that you need to do for this to look gorgeous. Look how cute that is. I love that little fella flying high above my card. And to finish these, all we need to do is take a backing. Take your backing because you want to cover up your work, what you did back here. And what I usually do is go ahead, I'm going to make sure that is as flat as it can be against the side. Okay. And then I am going to take some glue, and I am going to go ahead and glue the backing paper on here because you just want to cover up your construction marks. You don't want people to see how you constructed this, but be careful not to press down too hard on here because you don't want to smash your butterfly. And then I am just going to take the backing paper and put it on there. Make sure I've got it fastened pretty well. And you can use, there's loads of background papers that you can use at the Graphics Fairy, so just pick one you like. And go ahead and trim this. Just be real careful where you've got that butterfly taped on so you don't trim that off. Then you'd have to start all over again. Okay, so you get the picture there. Now you can see that the back is just pretty for you to write your message or whatever you want to do on it. And this girl is standing up. That's pretty. And let's go ahead and hole punch it. And put your favorite kind of bow on it. I kind of make these bows on a day when I am not too motivated to create. I will make a bunch of bows that I can use on my tags and put them on brads. And that makes it easier when it's time to do your tag. Fluff it up a little bit. And there you have a wonderful floating butterfly tag. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy Tag Team Friday here on the Graphics Fairy, and we will see you soon. May joy be with you all.